What is going on, YouTube? Happy 4th. It is Pass the Prop back here, coming to you live for what is it? Monday. It is Monday now. It's weird because I'm off. It feels like a Sunday to me. So yeah, we're coming at you with our Monday show. Obviously trying to bring you guys some bangers. I think last week was another profitable show. Here as always with my guy Monotone Football. How we doing, Monotone? What are you doing for 4th? You got any fun plans?
Yeah, man, been a nonstop weekend. Been getting bets in early in the morning, hitting barbecues, bars, everything like that. Been a packed weekend. Excited. It does feel like a weird Sunday kind of mix, but it's a nice day today. Get the day you can spend with family, with friends, have fun and get those bets in, right? We're gonna get some winners in. You don't have to be a hound to the TV, but just check your phone every once in a while, see, Ryan Mountcastle hit a home run today. Let's fucking get, you know what I mean? It's going to be one of those days. So great day today. Excited to keep it going.
Love it. Love it. Looks like we got our guys here already. Jay, first one, as always. Jose's in here. Got Dan in here. Chris, Big Smoke. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Help my literature. Hey, I hope we can do it. Sunday baseball was brutal yesterday, dude. I got smoked yesterday. But every other day I've been pretty everything's been pretty good lately. But Sunday baseball, man, it's scary. So hopefully, since it feels like a Sunday, the MLB doesn't act like it's a Sunday, because I feel like Sunday baseball has just been brutal lately.
Listen, man, they're juicing the balls. They're gonna fly today, okay? The whole world's watching baseball today. They're flying today. I'm telling you, it's happening.
We just take all the overs, every over in every game, and hope for the best. Well, we do have Patrick Corbin on the mound, so obviously that's not a bad way to start, just hitting that over button. All right, let's take a look here. Looks like you swept yours, correct? You got both?
I don't remember, man. That's a long
I
time.
know Kirk Braves
hit. Okay, we did sweep. Yep, we did sweep. Thank you. I just needed a refresher.
Yeah, because my Braves ended up scoring 8 after, so I didn't get that one, but I did have this one. DJ didn't play. Julio cashes as always. I had his total bases as well. He had another homer in that one, dude. It was freaking crazy. And then obviously Cooper and Goldschmidt. So another profitable show as always. We are rolling. Nice little bounce back from our lost one. I think that was our first one in like 4 shows prior to that. So Wander's going yard. Maybe that's maybe have to throw in that home run parlay at the end again, because we did cash in on Austin Riley. Hopefully you guys were in here to cash that one with me. That was a fun one to get right away and just get off the chest right off the bat. But all right, about 3 minutes in, guys. We got 30 of you guys in here. If you guys could smash that like button, we're about to get into our plays for today. Kicking it off, I will kick it over to you, Monotone. Looks like you got 2+ money spots today. I'm going to let you roll with one of my favorite guys to watch this year, my fantasy catcher right now.
Yeah, no, I love this guy. This is my first look at the night. I dropped a 2 a.m. play last night, but I decided I needed to save Kirk for the show, past the prop legend. Obviously saw in the recap he cashed for us last game. Obviously not the first time. Kirk has been one of the most dependable guys in the league for me this year. A lot of people don't forget, like I said last show, we make the jokes about his stature, his look out there. But we kind of forget that this guy's top 10 in the league in batting average this season. He's hitting .317 on the year. He's a bit of a platoon guy too, a bit rotational at times, which doesn't work for a lot of guys, but it seems like those extra rest days actually really help keep this guy going. Obviously, when you are built a little bit bigger like that, you're going to need some days off. That body, he's putting in a lot of work out there, so those days off are obviously helping him. He's going against Irvin today. Pretty good matchup. He's 2 for 2 in his career against Irvin with a home run already. Obviously pretty limited sample size, but good to see he's already hit a bomb off him earlier this year. Irvin's going to hit us with 30% four-seamer, 26% sinker, 22% changeup. Those are great pitches for Kirk, right? He's going 290 against the four-seamer, but that jumps way up to 447 versus the sinker. And then finally, the put-away changeup right here, 321 against the changeup this season. 3 pitches Kirk is very comfortable with. I'm just a huge fan of this guy. He's one of those guys you can't really shift too crazy on him. He's going to use all parts of the field. He's a doubles machine. Every time I put this guy in a hits parlay, it feels kind of silly because he's knocking doubles around the park. And I do think at plus 500, a home run, like I said with those balls today, I think they're going to be flying out there at plus 500. I think that's worth a couple bucks too. Kirk has just been incredibly dependable this season. He's in a good matchup right here. Don't throw that sinker. He's going to knock that one out the park. So absolutely love this price at plus 120. I'm going to keep riding with Kirk today.
Yeah, he's been great. Like I said, I picked him up in fantasy like the second week when he came up and everything was good. He's only 23 years old. That's something else that no one really talks about. But it's also because they have a top prospect in Moreno there as well, which kind of sucks, but also not too bad. I feel like Danny Jansen's kind of played his way out. Obviously, with the injury there, it's kind of sucks because you're going to have two guys who are going to be studs here up and coming. And also that sinker, another thing to think about is he's not that big. So if you're going to roll it at his thighs or at his knees, his bat barrel is going to go right through in that zone. I love backing Kirk. I had his home run prop yesterday, but he didn't start. And I think he does better after a day he doesn't start or when he DHs. I would like to know that number of how he hits on a day after a day off or a DH spot because they have been using him as DH quite a bit, which is really nice. You don't really see that for catchers very often, but that just shows you how good he has been hitting so far. I will kick it. I'm going to be the first one with a hit parlay. That is weird. I'm usually the second one after you, but I'm rolling with my favorite guy today with Trey Turner. But my favorite guy is obviously Ryan Mountcastle. You guys know how much I love this guy. Dane Dunning facing him today. Only a 17% K rate on the road this season, 5 ERA on the road, 1.71 whip on the road. His numbers are just crazy different on the home road splits heading into Baltimore. And I already wrote an article on Ryan Mountcastle for his total bases this morning, but Ryan Mountcastle quietly probably one of the hottest hitters in baseball right now. This dude is crushing it. First month of the season, he had like a one. Like this is how good his bad month was, right? His first month of May there, 112 WRC plus. In April it was 73, but then we get to June, it's 168. And then he's had one series against the Twins, and he has a 320. I've never seen a 300 in front of a WRC plus because that's how good he was. 5 for 11, homer, 3 doubles, seeing the ball extremely well. Then you're looking at what he hits well. He hits all off speed well, and Dane Dunning's going to throw over 50% off speed here. His sinker has been hit pretty good. And then you look at Mountcastle against those pitches. That is over a 600 slugging against all 3 of the pitches that we're going to be seeing in his top 3. And then you dig a little deeper. Ryan Mountcastle, if you go on to Baseball Savant, we talk about that page a ton because it's probably the best spot. You do not want to see blue, right? You look at this man's entire thing, it is red. Hard hit percentage, expected slugging, expected batting average, max exit velocity, barrel percentage, WOBA, expected WOBA. All of those are red. Those are burning red. He's top 3% in hard hit rate, 52%. 1 in every 2 spots, he's hitting the ball hard. And what I really like here is Dunning does not strike out guys on the road against a guy. Against righties, he has like a 27% K rate, which is pretty high for Mountcastle. But if we're going to have a guy who's not going to miss his bat and he's going to hit 1 in every 2 balls extremely hard, I like that. Sign me up for that. And then we have Trey Turner here, obviously fantastic. At home today against Kyle Freeland. I love attacking Kyle Freeland. And we also look at Trey Turner versus lefties at home this year. 320 batting average. Obviously fast as hell. Can easily beat out an infield hit. I think that this spot is just money here. I definitely like Mookie Betts back into that lineup, seeing stuff there. That helps him out a bit. And also, like I said, Ryan Mountcastle is my favorite guy of the day. I will be retweeting my posts I posted over there too. So make sure you go pop over on there and watch that because that has a lot more numbers than I can really give off here.
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously, like Mountcastle, I know he's been good to both of us so far this season. And just the fact that he's coming in so underrated, kind of like you said, right? Coming in as one of the hottest hitters in baseball, and it's really laying under the radar. As for Trey Turner, I feel silly every time I don't play Trey Turner. This guy's got like an insane hit rate. He pretty much has a hit in, I believe, like 74% of games this season. It might even be a little bit higher than that since last time I checked. This guy's an absolute machine. Just the fact that you can get him at a reasonable price every single day. And then against a guy like Freeland, in a good matchup at home, absolutely love this combo. And like I said, every time I don't play Trey Turner, I just feel silly. I really do. I look at his box score. It's like, of course he got a hit. Like, why is he not in one of my plays? But that's how it is sometimes. Love this combo. Going to be telling you 100%.
Beautiful, beautiful. Let's take a look here. Jake, you are ahead of the 8 ball, my friend. We'll be talking about him in the Taylor Fade section here in a second. Yes, everybody's been dude. I got like 3 DMs this morning asking me about Joey Chestnut, and I'm like, dude, I don't fucking know. I saw he was on crutches and it's hot as shit, so it's like, I would probably take the under, but like everybody's talking about him having a flu game and all this stuff, and I'm like, well, I mean, if you believe in narratives, man, this dude is the best in the world, and everybody's gonna be watching him, dude. It's his day. Maybe he pops out, dude. I just can't even fathom 75 hot dogs. Dude, I don't even think I could eat 7 in one sitting, let alone 7 in a minute, dude. He's averaging almost 8 a minute. Like, that is unbelievable, dude. I would die. I think I would actually I would throw up with after like 4.
Yeah, I think a couple people in my Discord are on the under. I've seen the under all over Twitter. Prize Picks has it apparently. Now I'm hearing he's on crutches. I mean, this is insane. I don't know if the flu game, I don't know if it works the same way in the NBA finals as it does in a hot dog eating contest, though. You know what I mean? I'm not sure it's the same level, but
I mean, Dan's giving you a pretty good knowledge there. I mean, you probably sweat it all out too, so might as well. Fuck, I don't know, dude. I don't know where I would go with that. I saw Prize Picks had it. Someone posted the Prize Picks line there. I'm like, dude, how? Like, what knowledge could you have? Are you gonna ask him? Like, there's no way to know. Like, Joey Chestnut in 90+ degree weather only eats this fast. Like, dude, there's no way to know this. It's just for fun. I mean, throw $10 on it and see what happens. They had like 20 other hot dog bets, bro. It was crazy.
We need the advanced analytics on these. See if we can get some model plays out. You know what I mean?
Oh god, dude. I always watch it though. It's just too good of entertainment not to watch. So, let's get to our Pikkit Taylor Fade section. Let's take a look at last week, our last show. Javier, I believe I had the over there. He had like 14 or whatever.
Yeah, he went crazy.
Unbelievable. I don't remember Gray. I don't remember how
he ended at 5.
5.
He ended at 5. So you went 2-0.
I went 2-0.
Yeah.
Nice. I needed that. I need to take these because I told you I'd never take them, and I always play them and they do well. And then when I do take them, they suck. So this might be the day I do that again. Let's go to it. I'm going to kick this to you. You're the national specialist. Early game. What do you got for us here as the number 1 Taylor Fade spot?
Yeah, so I actually, let's see. I'm assuming Juan Soto's out for this game. Have they officially announced that yet?
I saw he was listed as doubtful or maybe game time decision or whatever it was, but
no, he's not in the starting lineup right now. I just checked. I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna fade the under 4.5 right here. This might make its way into one of my official plays. Nationals obviously are at the bottom of the league in K rate, right? That's a very common thing, very popular. Braxton's pretty good strikeout guy this season, but more importantly, without Soto in this lineup, with a couple of these recent additions that they've had to do, we're talking about a guy like Victor Robles in the lineup, Yadiel Hernandez versus another left-handed pitcher who he strikes out a lot more, Ere Adrianza, who's a guy that, I mean, I don't know why he's still on my team, to be honest. I wish he wasn't, but he comes out there and strikes out a lot. I think this lineup that they're putting out right now is a good amount, worse than it was a little bit earlier in the season. Keibert Ruiz, I believe, is not behind center. It's Trace Barrera. Keibert Ruiz is a huge contact guy, a guy that does not strike out much at all. We don't know as much about Trace Barrera. I'm a fan of him. He's a good young player, but probably going to strike out more than Ruiz. I'm gonna go with the over on this one. I don't know if this one will make it to Twitter quite yet, but I think he gets 5 guys.
Yeah, that lineup switch up definitely messed with me because I was really liking that under. We've seen him stretch out too, which makes me kind of like seeing him at the over there. I'm gonna actually go with you on this. I'm gonna take your word for it. You're obviously the Nationals guy, especially if Soto's out. Obviously. He's got strikeout stuff. It's just he gets hit extremely hard when the ball's put in play. So could easily see him getting over that. We saw Cesar Hernandez strike out 3 times yesterday? Like, what the hell? It was crazy. I had Cesar Hernandez for the first time in a month, and they did that to me. So that was fun. But yeah, I'll go with the over as well here. And I will take over for the second one here. I'll go first. I will be on the under, dude. I'm gonna be sketchy here. I'm gonna go 3.5 strikeout spots are very sketchy. Obviously, it only takes like one hot inning for him to obviously get there. But looking at this Baltimore lineup, dude, everybody's kind of been under the radar with these guys, dude. The top 5 of this lineup are freaking good. Santander, Mullins, right? You're looking at Hayes, who's been hitting extremely well. Mountcastle, obviously, I just talked about a ton there. And then we're still didn't even talk about Mancini yet. So Dunning here on the road, only 17% K rate. The guys you're going to have to worry about is if he can get through that first time through the lineup with only like 1K, I'll be very, very happy. Obviously, you have Nevin at the bottom. You got Odor. But Odor is going to K 95% of the time against lefties. I like this at a righty spot. Dunning is much worse against lefties. I do like them sprinkling in there with the Santander, Mullins. I think there's a lot of damage to be had here with this Baltimore lineup. One of those teams that's going very underrated. I'm going to go on the under. I'm going to fade this.
Yeah, this is hard. It does feel like such a sketchy number, and it's so surprising to me that this is one of the most popular plays of the day. You know, I know his home road splits thing is pretty common. You know, I've heard some people talk about that for sure. I'm gonna very cautiously tail this one. He can, like we kind of said, he can get stretched out a little bit. He can get to the 6th inning mark if he's having a good outing. He's not a strikeout pitcher at all, and I don't really love playing overs for guys that just aren't strikeout pitchers in general. But I do think, like you said, that bottom of that lineup is a little bit more susceptible to the strikeout. I'm going to say he just gets to 4, just sneaks in there. But this isn't something I'm really running to bet, especially at the like minus 160, minus 150s we're seeing on multiple books right now.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of things going for both sides. You could always skew it to you whatever way you want to make it work, right? But I think it's just probably because it's early in the day. Everybody wants that DGen action before they go get their beers in them. So that might be the first bet they see up there. But yeah, I'm seeing a lot of guys asking about home runs. We will get to our home run plays. And also news for this early game. Michael Wacha is scratched. So it looks like we're getting a bullpen game from both teams here in Fenway. That'll be hot Fenway today too. So you might be seeing some JD Martinez love on my card today.
Oh, okay.
But let's roll into our second one here. I'll kick it to you. Another plus money spot. Let's get after it.
Yep, this is a little weirder, right? We're going a little, not quite the Mike Trout, Trey Turner I drop on you guys sometimes. We're going with Miguel Rojas and Jose Abreu to both record a hit. This is at plus 111. I'll start with Rojas. I hate this guy. He's been on the Marlins for so long. He always kills the Nationals. I mean, this guy is essentially good against 2 teams. That's the Nationals and the Phillies. Every other team, he just shows up. He plays there. But when he plays us, he's not even having a good season. He's hitting around 249 this year. But against Washington, that bumps up to 310. Over his last 15 games, that bumps up to 349. And against Patrick Corbin in his career, he's hitting 406. This is not a power guy. But in his career against Patrick Corbin, he's 13 for 32 with 3 home runs, hitting 406. The 3 home runs really surprised me. I've been watching this guy for a long time, and I can barely remember him hitting one out the park. But, with those, those juice balls that are coming back today and Patrick Corbin throwing those meatballs right down the middle, I guess that's something he obviously has grown to like. Just a Nats killer through and through. Absolutely hate this guy. He's an on-base guy, though. He's really not going up there to swing for the fences. I think he'll be a pretty dependable hit parlay piece. And it really surprised me. He started the season 206, 207. I really couldn't play him against the Nationals in our first series. I wanted to because I knew he was so good against us. Now he's up to 249. It's clear he's been playing a lot better. Like I said, 341 over his last 15 games. Going on to Abreu. Abreu's been killing it a little bit under the radar this season. This guy's been a dependable player. I mean, throughout his career, he's a great hitter, obviously. Against Bundy in his career, he's 7 for 18 with 1 home run and a double. Very, very nice. Against Bundy's top 3 pitches, he's hitting 280, 256, and 438. Obviously hitting 256 may not sound good, but when you look into these numbers, right, a guy hitting 256 against someone's put away pitch like a slider is actually pretty impressive, right? You're not going up there expecting to crush those sliders at like a 400 rate. A lot of those are going to be off the played, all that stuff, etc. Abreu's hitting 370 over his last 15 games. He's currently on an 8-game hit streak, and he's coming in with a hit in 11 of his last 12 games. Both of these guys are the kind of players that I like to target in these hit parlays. They're not going up there swinging for the fences. They're putting the ball in play. They're keeping the line moving, getting on base. To get both of these guys in matchups where they've seen the opposing pitcher, they've done very well against the opposing pitcher. To get it at plus 111, I'll take that 10 out of 10 times.
I love it. I love it. Definitely going to ride with you on those, obviously. I know you know your Nationals and who kills your Nationals. Same way with my Brewers, same way. Yeah. So I'll definitely roll with that on the Rojas one. I was surprised to see that in a play today, was to see Rojas there. So love to see that. I'm going a little juicy. I know, but go over to FanDuel, get this one in there, because I don't think that we're going to see that Manaea line. I think it's sitting at minus 400 right now. Duran to get a hit was like 240, which is absurd to me. He's on a 3-game hit streak. Obviously, he did miss those 3 games because we talked about he was unvaccinated, so he didn't get to travel to Toronto. But he was on 4 or 5 before that. Obviously, 3 for 3 since he's come back. And they played in Chicago there. I love to see that. I am looking at this as everybody's going to see that it's a lefty versus lefty to start. But Beeks is not going deep in this game. He'll give you maybe 2, right? So It's going to be full bullpen. Guys that are good against lefties in their bullpen were definitely I don't even know, Suarihara for the Red Sox, or for the Red Sox. They use all their good bullpen guys. Tampa Bay heading to Boston today. I just don't see the Rays being able to throw lefties at Duran every single time, especially because if you throw a lefty at those top 2 guys, you have to face 3 dudes. You have to give them to JD or Xander after that, who absolutely destroy left-handed pitching. Yep. So for you to get through with a lefty, you have to pitch to 3 dudes. Devers crushes lefties. Duran's against lefties, much better against righties, but still a great WRC plus versus both sides of the plate. At home this season, a 149. On the road, a 168. That is absolutely crazy. And a 190 WRC plus versus right-handed pitching. That is absurd. And then we look over at Manaea here. Manaea, I believe, has hit this in, 4 out of 5 in the month of June. He hit it in every single game in the month of May. He hit it in every single game in the month of April. So obviously that is why it is at minus 400. But now you're looking at the spot. The only game he missed this against was against the Mets, who don't strike out like ever, right? They're the top WRC plus team in the MLB right now. That's for a reason. I mean, obviously they're not fully healthy right now, but when they're fully healthy, which is who they had against Manaea, they're tough, man. I mean, that lineup is very tough. And now we get Manaea today. I love him today. Like I said, he's done it in every single start but one. So sign me up. I think this is a great spot, and I think this is definitely warranted of the minus 130 juice.
Yeah, no, completely agree. I love the Manaea spot, like you said. Obviously, laid that out very well. Duran's been super dependable recently, right? And like you said, this is a bullpen guy, which means even if he's not, great against the start, right, we're going to get multiple opportunities. He's coming in hot, exactly like you said. He has a bunch of multi-hit games recently, too. I think he only grabbed 1, but before that, he was on like a 4-game stretch of 2-hit games. A guy that can steal you a base. They very much want him on base. Very electric young player. Hopefully he stays up in the majors this year, obviously. They've got a stacked roster. I know they've got a lot of moving pieces over there, but great player. Love this combo at minus 130. I know when you play a play at minus 130, you're not messing around. I know it physically pains you to put that number up there. So when I see it, I immediately go over to FanDuel and lock it in because it's hidden 100%.
Yeah, I think I've done it 3 or 4 times, and we've been pretty good on those. So hopefully it remains because, even just typing -1 and then a 3 right after, dude, it just hurts my hand. Looks like we got a ton of questions in here. We will get to, let's do 2 or 3 of them. And then we'll get to maybe throwing a home run parlay together after our recap. I want to make sure that we don't go too long for you guys. So if you are rewatching it, that it's not too scary with a big 4-0 in front of the number there. So, happy 4th, guys, from Drew. Do you think Pete Alonso wakes up this year or this July 4th? I know he did hit one last year. I will look into where he's at there. Who is he facing off against? Are they in a morning game or afternoon game?
They're playing the Reds middle of the day. I believe 4:00. Oh no, 6:00. Okay, a little bit later. Are we still at Reds Park? Or are we back? Are we back?
They're in Great American. Yep.
Oh, okay. Like you say, the Great American Small Park, right?
Yep. Yeah. Hunter Green does give up a ton of pop, but if I'm gonna lean one, I'd probably lean Lindor. I think he gives up a lot more hard contact to left-handed bats. But yeah, Hunter Green gives up a lot of hard hits, a lot of barrels.
Yeah. Hunter Green's allowed 20 home runs in 74 innings this season. That's insane.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you throw the ball 100, all you gotta do is touch that ball. It's going.
Well, and he throws 2 pitches. He's throwing 50% fastball, 40% slider. You can't trick guys like Pete Alonso with that. He's a great prospect. He throws the ball hard, but this is the major leagues, right? So, like you said, I think there are a lot of guys that could be good spots. I assume with all we just said, Alonso's got to be in the 250 range, though, right?
I also, if I'm gonna go right-handed bats, I think everyone's gonna be on Alonso. I would go Starling Marte, dude. Seen a little power spot. I've been rolling with him lately.
I like that. And additionally, too, I was looking, he's not as great against the slider, but he crushes the four-seam fastball. If he's going to see 50% four-seam fastball, and like you said, you really only have to tap it, to get it out of there. I think that's a good look for sure. Very sneaky.
All right. I'll kick this to you. Obviously, you're the Nationals guy. What do you think? Obviously, everybody sees Corbin and wants to fade.
So normally when there's series where there hasn't been a whole lot of offense throughout, I kind of expect it to kind of bubble up a little bit in the last game, especially because of the temperature. Obviously, I would lean over. I would go full game, not first 5. Corbin had a great outing last time. I wish they kept Riley Adams as personal catcher up at the major league level. They did not. They sent him down to get more reps at first base for when they trade Josh Bell in a couple weeks. So that means
it's gonna get pretty. You're gonna get pretty good numbers. A lot of good stuff for him.
Yeah, 100%. But that means Tres Barrera, a guy who spent all year in AAA, is coming up to catch him. I'm not sure how that affects Patrick Corbin. Obviously, Riley Adams were calling his best game, so I would lean over. But I do think Corbin. I don't want to say he's back, okay? But I was saying after that 8-inning outing last time that he's starting his Cy Young campaign today. So we'll see what happens, but I would probably lean over, but just barely.
Perfect. And I believe there's one more I will get to here. Just want to make sure I have the number in front of me. Drew brings up the Guardians first 5. You do not have to tempt me on the Guardians. I love taking the Guardians. But I believe, if I remember correctly, Plesac's home road splits are unbelievably bad for the road side. Let me see if I can pull it up here. Actually, not as bad as I thought. Only a 4.9 ERA on the road. I'm usually backing the Guardians when they're at home. Obviously, I love fading the Tigers too. But there's something about it on those July 4th games for the home teams. I just feel like there's just a different type of aura to the game. Obviously, it's a big game. You have your red, white, and blue jerseys. You got your home team behind you. I usually like only backing sides on the home team on these types of games, like your July 4th, I know there's like the 9/11 games where they have it where it's like the home atmosphere is just crazy, right? Father's Day, Mother's Day, those types of games. I love to just take the home team if I'm going to take a side. So I would probably just stay off of the side. But I do, like I said, I mean, I will never fault you for taking the Guardians ever. They're scrappy. They find a way. But I would maybe just take a full game because I think their bullpen's way better than the Tigers is. The Tigers started out well, but kind of falling apart lately. All right, time to do our recap. Think about who you want for your home run guy here. I'll be thinking while you're going here. So let's start it out. I'll kick it to you first.
Yep, starting out with past the prop legend over here, Alejandro Kirk, over 1.5 total bases, getting this at plus 120 over on DraftKings. Moved over to Miguel Rojas of the Marlins, if you didn't know, and Jose Abreu, plus 111 to both record a hit. That's over on FanDuel.
Taylor fade here.
Yep, so I'm going to be fading the under. I'm going to be going over with Braxton Garrett, 4.5 strikeouts right here.
And then number 2.
And then, with Dane Dunning, I'm going to very cautiously go over 3.5 strikeouts right here, but very, very cautiously. Not something I'm quite passionate about.
Beautiful. I got Ryan Mountcastle, Turner. I also have Duran and Sean Mania, a little combo parlay there. I am going to be on the over, so I will be fading this, and I will be fading this as well. Give me give me the under there on Dane Dunning. I know it's scary at 3.5, but Monotone. We're to that point of the show. Last time we went 1 for 2. Let's do this one right now. Who are you rolling with today? Who's your guy?
Yeah, so I already sprinkled on Yordan Alvarez last night, so that people have already seen that. I need to come with something a little bit more fresh. I'm going to go with Will Smith in that Dodgers game tonight against Freeland at home. Smith already has pretty good history against Freeland, 3 for 7 in his career with a bomb. He's been playing very good baseball since around June started, hitting some homers. I believe he hit one 2 days ago, so I like Will Smith today.
Okay, what is that number at?
It's plus 340.
All right. I was going to do Mountcastle because I love him so much, but I have so much money on him already today that I'm going to be a little bit off.
Okay.
I'm going to the guy we just talked about. I'm going to go Starling Marte. Dude. I just think that this line is going to give me at least like plus 300 to maybe plus 400. Starling Marte does not swing and miss at fastballs very much. He's got an 18% whiff rate on fastballs this year, a 500 slugging on those. And then if we look at the breaking ball, I think we're going to see a ball fly out, a couple balls fly out on Hunter Green, and I hate their bullpen. So I'm going to get probably 5 at bats out of a guy I really like to see facing a 100-mile-an-hour fastball who I think who can actually hit it. Give me Starling Marte, dude.
Yeah, and it's plus 480 too. Plus 480. So yeah, those are some.
I'm gonna push my luck here, huh?
Yeah, so that brings us to plus 2452 for the parlay. Will Smith and Starling Marte.
2452.
Oh yeah.
Holy shit, dude! That's big money right there. That is big money. So that's what we're gonna roll with, guys. Monotone. It hit that 30-minute mark a little bit ago. What do you got for the people before we head out?
Yeah, both of us obviously over on Twitter, as you can see right below. That's where we post a lot of our stuff. I've been kicking back, hitting some bombs this weekend. Hit CJ Crone home run yesterday. Devers double the other day. Stuff like that. Just throwing out some fun bets. But also, we obviously do have our real research plays over there too. If you want more of that too, make sure to check us out over on Pikkit Sports with code PTP. Completely free app. Obviously, there's the bet tracker going over there, which is the most popular feature. People love the bet tracker for good reason. But there's also people like us just over there hanging out, giving away picks, talking with the community. Seen a lot of you guys head over there recently, so we definitely appreciate that. We're over hanging out on Pikkit every single day. So if you want to sign up, they'll give you some free money. Code PTP, completely free app. And yeah, you can catch us over there along with obviously Twitter and Pass the Prop every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. 4th of July, whatever other day it is, we'll still be here. It's even more fun on the 4th of July when so many of you guys tune in. I think it's going to be a good show. Appreciate you guys tuning in.
Yeah, no, a lot of you guys in here. We had a little bit there with 40-some plus of you guys. Get those bets in. I like what you posted where it's like when you're going to go hang out with your family, go hang out with your friends, right? You want to be able to have this research that we did. Just say, keep just like little blurb. Remember a little blurb of it. Hey, Ryan Mountcastle is facing a guy who doesn't strike guys out at home or on the road. He's going to kill it today. Then all your friends are like, hey, this guy knows what he's talking about. That's what I like to see. That's what I always say is when we do these things, we want it to be like we're just your friends on a couch. You're across. You ever have that where you have a couple beers before the game's happening? You're just like, hey, this is why you should do this. This is why you should do this. And he's like, yeah, let's go right now. And that's what we want it to feel like here. So I appreciate all you guys tuning in. I'm sure myself and Monotone will be cracking open a few beers here in a little bit to get ready for this baseball starting in an hour? I think it starts like an hour for this Nationals game. So it's going to kick us off early in the morning. Got to make sure we have a good time here on the July 4th here. So thank you guys so much for tuning in on your holiday time. We appreciate all you guys as always. So have a good one, guys. We'll see you on Wednesday for Pass the Prop. That will be at our normal 10:30 time. So thank you guys so much. You guys have a great rest of your day and have a happy 4th of July. Have a good one, guys.